You guys got to see this. This is insane. This is truly disgusting. I didn't think it was this bad. Fans are yellow. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh, that is so nasty. I need to buy gloves. Or just throw this thing in a fire.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ryan Moses, and here on this channel we clean nasty computers. This one is extremely dirty, and I'm sure there's quite a few little secrets in there for us to find. And I can't wait to dig in there, tear it apart, clean every bit of it, and then get it ready for maybe one of you subscribers. The whole purpose of this channel is to try to grow it to 1,000 subscribers so that I can monetize and I can use that money to pay for the shipping for one of you subscribers to win this computer. Hopefully we can get there. Hopefully if we can grow even further than that, I can even pay for some upgrades. I'd love to throw better cooling in it, more hard drive capacity, better RAM, all these types of things that are possible if we can monetize and we can make this happen. All it takes is 1,000 subscribers and we can grow from there. Hopefully the end goal is to maybe get one a week so that I can ship these out once a week to random subscribers so that you can have your very own computer that was used at one point, probably filthy at one point, because I love when they're dirty. The dirtier the better. And this one, just from the look of inside of it, is just filthy. Honestly, I'm ashamed that I'm touching it. But other than that, let's go ahead and let's get started on the computer. Let's go. did it. So now that the entire computer's clean, disassembled, it's time to get ready to put it back together. This was by far one of the more dirty and disgusting PCs that I've ever seen. Just the simple fact that it was full of dead bugs, cat hair, dog hair, I mean any kind of hair, honestly, just everyone's hair was in this PC. It felt like maybe this was on the ground in someone's house and the person was a heavy smoker, because all the PC components smelled like cigarettes. You know, it's that real old cigarette smell. But that's all gone. It no longer smells like cigarettes. The one thing that I did have an issue with is the CD-ROM. It looks like it's dirty, but that's actually just whatever got on the CD-ROM, it caused it to rust. And I can't get that off, and I'm not gonna polish this up. I don't know if it runs. I tried to turn on the PC, and the PC didn't turn on, which is funny because if you watch the beginning, if you spotted what was missing in the computer, put in the comments. But RAM, it didn't have any RAM. So it is on DDR3 DIMM slots, so I had to find some DDR3 RAM. Luckily, two of the other computers that I picked up, they had DDR3 in them, so I've got 8 gigs of DDR3 memory here that I'll put into it. The person I picked the computer up for made a comment about the graphics card. I'm not 100% sure if this works or not. He said something about it being blown. I'm not sure if he meant it for this graphics card or for the other PC that I bought off of this gentleman. But we're gonna find out here once I put this back together. We had to soak the filters overnight. I showed that footage. The filters here, they smell, and I didn't want to potentially give this computer to somebody and it smelled like a cigarette, because it's just not a good smell, especially once the fans start moving. The one thing I was very impressed with were these clear Roswell fans. They were yellow, and they are looking so much better now. I'm not sure if 2 of them work. This case has switches in the front of it, or on the top of it, and I'm not sure if those switches control the front fans or not. It's weird technology. I don't know why you would want to have the ability to turn those fans on or off, simply because, I mean, they should ramp up with the system requirements based off of how hot the system is getting. But we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna plug them back in and see if they work. If not, I think what I could probably do is just wire them onto the motherboard so that they are controlled by the computer instead of by little manual switches on top of the computer. What could be done is maybe RGB strips you could put in, you can connect them to those power. They just connect to a Molex, so I'm sure that there is some way to connect LED strips to a Molex connector. So that way those switches could be used to control maybe some lighting in there. Like I said, that's not something that I'm gonna do. The idea of this channel was just to find computers that had potential, clean them up, and then give them away to people who either can't afford a PC for their home. I'd like them to have the ability to play video games, so that way you can do some light gaming. Obviously, I'm not buying, old computers with 1660 Supers in them or anything like that. I'm buying old gaming computers with really outdated technology, but that can still play games like Rocket League, CSGO, those kinds of things, hopefully. So once we get this thing put back together, we will go ahead and we will download some games. We'll do a little benchmarking. We'll see what we can get done. Hopefully it fires up. We'll find out here shortly. But until then, I hope you enjoy me putting this thing back together. Okay, so it's done. Put it together. And honestly, I don't know how you would use all these. The cable management in this case is abysmal. There's almost no space behind there. It can be done, I guess. I mean, you do have 3 more SATA ports here. You could put some hard drives in there. I mean, you can always buy PCIe expansions for it and everything like that. But for the most part, it looks great. The fans look great. Everything looks good. I haven't powered it on yet. I'm hoping it'll post. But if just so we're all on the same page, if you need a computer case for your next gaming PC, don't buy this one. So like this, you got a little airflow. That is non-functioning. It just looks, you know, like whatever. There's no cable management space. The front here, with all these in the way, the airflow is minimal. The fans in the front have to be controlled by the switches up top. I didn't like that. That's no good. So I got the fan speed pulled all the way up. I hope they're both pulled on high. So hopefully they work. I wanted to put the fans up front, the two Roswell fans that we have. I wanted to put those connected to the motherboard. I guess if you got like a Commander Pro from Corsair, you could, you know, plug all your fans in through that, and you wouldn't have a problem. But there is only 4 fan headers in here, so we utilize the 2 here, the one for the CPU, and then the back fan here for your exhaust. So one thing that, I mean, you have to use these for now. I mean, if you wanted to upgrade, it's absolutely possible, and it wouldn't be such an expensive thing to do. One thing that I did mess up on when I was putting the thing back, when I was putting it back together, was this power supply. I accidentally had it upside down, so I just went ahead and I flipped that. I don't have recording of that, unfortunately. But for those of you who are watching the video saying he put the power supply in upside down, you're right, I did. So it'll be drawing air up from the bottom where the vent is. Nice clean vent, shouldn't be an issue. This is, remember, the graphics card that they said, that the guy said that he thought was blown. So hopefully, now that it's clean, it works well. Maybe it was just having a hard time with the fan spinning. I don't know. It didn't turn on before. So the RAM, the 2 sticks of RAM that we have, I put them in. So now we should be able to power up the computer. So let's give that a shot. Let's make sure the power supply is turned on. Lit up. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. And everything looks good there. Give me a post. Come on. All right, we got it. Just gonna fire right up into Windows. Fantastic. Hopefully there's nothing inappropriate on this guy's background, but just to be on the safe side, we're gonna turn that off, because I don't know what's on his computer and I'm not interested in showing it to you. I will wipe this hard drive down. There won't be anything on it. Fresh install of Windows when it goes out. So that way there is no, somebody's personal property going out and other people having access to it, because I don't know what this individual's done. I'm not interested in going through his stuff. That's not what I'm about. Let's see. Let's make sure everything's working. We got the 2 fans up top. Nice red. Back exhaust. 2 front fans. Pulling in a decent amount of air. All right, so there's nice airflow here. I think if you removed these, you'd have much better airflow. Yeah, all in all, everything seems to be functioning pretty properly. What I will do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wipe this system clean. I'll get a fresh install of Windows on there. I'll load up a couple games and we'll see what kind of frame rates and what kind of image quality we can get while we're playing some games on here. Cool?
Alright, so now we're inside the computer. I put a couple games on here. The first game we're going to look at is Mortal Kombat 11. Now, I don't think that this computer is going to run Mortal Kombat 11 really well. I just put it on there because I wanted to see if it would play a fighting game. And I was right. It will play. You can play it. I mean, are you looking at the best frame rate in the world? Are you looking at the best graphics in the world? No, but I could play on this. I mean, you really don't need more than 30 FPS to play a fighting game. It's not really one of those games that relies on your FPS. Now, does it look clean? Yeah, it looks pretty clean. If you're somebody who doesn't have a gaming computer, then this would be a pretty good option for you. I don't think that you would struggle to enjoy yourself playing this game. Now, we are going to look at a couple games. This is just the first one on the list. I think Miss Baraka Wins. It's just video footage of the game. I'm not actually playing because I'm not very good at video games, and you'll see with the clips coming up when I I actually am playing. This is just a simulator. You can pick people to fight each other. So I just did that. Baraka Wins, yay! Actually, one of my favorites. This is CS:GO. Yeah, similar frame rate. Now I am terrible at first-person shooters, and I'm definitely I was playing on that plastic table, no mouse pad. I got no, my mouse flicks are no good. There's also a wireless mouse that I bought for like $10, so it's not like I was playing with really good stuff. This is just a test. Now this guy dominates me because I don't know what I'm doing, and I've never played CS:GO ever. So yeah, got killed. But all in all, you could play. It wouldn't be the worst experience ever. It wouldn't be the best, but all it would take is a little upgrade. Now we're gonna look at everyone's favorite, Fortnite. Now in Fortnite, I was getting around 30 FPS. I was able to snag a kill here. Definitely stole the kill from that guy. And then I think that I just clean up this guy. He's probably half dead anyways from fighting the other guy. I missed like 900 shots, and then eventually I end up getting the kill here. I played for like about an hour on the computer playing this game, which was just fun. I enjoyed it. This game actually impressed me. This was a game that I downloaded a while ago for my wife because she likes 2D side-scrolling games. So I decided that I would download this game and see how it would fare on here. It was averaging 100 FPS. It was playing phenomenally. So if that just lets you know, you could play any emulator games, Nintendo 64 games. You could play, old PlayStation games on an emulator. You could do all that kind of stuff, or you could download side-scrolling games like this one and have absolutely no problem and enjoy yourself. But yeah, so all in all, the computer will play video games, and I was pretty happy with the results. It definitely performed better than I thought it would, so can't complain there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The computer is up and running. It's working properly. All the system works great. Brand new Windows installed. I'm actually really excited at how it turned out. I did go ahead. One thing that I did change is I got 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. It seemed like the 8 gigs that was in there, it was kind of slowing it down too much, to the point where everything was kind of running really choppy. Didn't like it. Threw 16 gigs in there. It's running much better. Things that I'd do for this computer to upgrade it, probably a new CPU cooler. The temps, they were a little dicey. They would shoot up to about 56 to 65 under load. It's not terrible. That's not bad. But if you were to throw a better cooler in there, it would allow you to play with the voltage a little bit. Maybe get a little bit more juice out of this older processor. That would make your games run a little bit better. Definitely a new graphics card. This is a very old graphics card. It can't really produce a very quality image. It produces great image for YouTube videos, that type of thing. But when it comes to video games, as you saw in the footage, it does have a hard time kicking out a high FPS for most games. The 2D side-scrolling game, I mean, that blew my mind. It got great frame rate
for that. So it can play games. I would throw, for this computer, I'd maybe throw some emulators on it, play some of the older, like, Nintendo 64, Game Boy, PlayStation games. You'd be able to play all those perfectly. So it is a good computer in that sense. It works really well. There's definitely a lot of room for expansion. So if you wanted to throw some more hard drives in there, you could. Like I said before, the cable management in this is awful. I mean, there is no space behind here to work with anything. That's why the cable management didn't look good. I'm definitely not happy with the way that it looks behind the motherboard, but it is functional. It does work. Everything's great. If you were somebody who didn't really want to touch anything, just have the computer. That'd be wonderful. As I said in the beginning, I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. The reason being is that I want to give these computers away to people who do not have computers. It would be a labor of love for me because I love messing with computers. I've been building computers my whole life. As you can see, the computer behind me is my baby. It's my newest baby. I got my old baby in the closet over here. But I like cleaning computers. I like assembling them. I like working with the hardware. I would love to get to the point where the channel could pay for more upgrades for these, maybe a better graphics card, maybe better processors, better RAM, throw some SSDs in there. That'd be great. It would also be better if I could purchase the computers from other people that were already a little bit more higher end. So that way, when I do go clean it up, it doesn't need much improvement. It doesn't need very many upgrades. I can just go ahead and give it, clean it, make sure it works properly, make sure it's great, and then ship it out. So I would love it if you guys subscribed, hit the bell icon, get notifications, like the video, share it with your friends. The faster we can get to 1,000 subscribers, the faster I can start sending these PCs out to people, to viewers who need a computer. I appreciate you so much watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day and Happy New Year.